much. So shall we get started?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so maybe first thing first, can you tell us about your working process, like the moment you receive a booking until the reviews, until the guest living reviews? Can you like share your or like can you describe your working process from that?
Well, that's really the idea of having Bukit Vista. They handle everything, so it shouldn't be my
Yeah.
working process. All right,
Okay.
what's happening right now is the bookings, the way that it's coming out, it's inconsistent. Okay, so I'm using Tokit, and Tokit at the moment, still I can only see lot 3. I can't see Sunrise Villa. So I use Tokit, and then I used to get, of course, the finance report. So I would reconcile those two just by checking with what's in Tokit. Tokit right now is really not very credible because sometimes it just says, well, kind of blocked, and it's got no price in it. So the whole process right now is really difficult. To be very honest, I was very happy with the old system. It worked. It genuinely worked, whereas now it is very, very, very inconsistent. And what I'm saying is not just me alone, because I know one of the other owners who you probably heard from, which is Chris at Asmara, he's extremely frustrated. So I know that you're trying to move to bigger, and I don't know, and I know that Green Village is using that sometimes to track some things, but for me, all I want is a simple process. I want to know when there's a booking. Yeah, I want to be able to get access to the calendar. At the moment, I know I can block it myself, or I just send a message to Wayana. But all I want is a very simple process. And yeah, that's not really happening right now. I do understand that it's a lot of work involved in the finance tracking. Although I am a little surprised because in the past, before I used Bukit Vista, for example, for Green Village, the person that took care of the Airbnb and hosted it all, he simply gave me access to be able to see all of the financial data myself. So I could see if when a booking was made. I could actually see when the monies came in and how it was split between with him taking his commission and what went into my bank account. So, I don't really know what you guys are striving to achieve. I know you want something seamless, easy. I'm a little surprised that Airbnb is having problems, particularly at this time because they're about to go public. They have the big IPO happening in the States eminently. So I'm kind of surprised that I would have thought that their systems would be even better than what they were in the past, and they've been pretty good.
Oh, Claire, can I clarify something with you? So you said that previously the manager of the Airbnb gave you access to Airbnb, so you can check the financial report from Airbnb, right?
I was, yeah, but
Okay.
I was able to see exactly when Airbnb were making the payments and what was going commission to him and what was coming to me.
Okay, so this is actually what we do as well. So what we do is we fetch those data from Airbnb and show it to you on Bigger. But the problem is maybe this is the difference that our profile contains not only your property but some other property. So actually your property sometimes don't have any problem, but the other property have any problem like refund, a cancellation, and those other things. But the Airbnb financial system sometimes deduct some payment from your payout. So this is the problem that mostly happen when you have a guest and you expect some payment, but actually Airbnb cut that payment for another guest from another property. So that is the problem that we are facing. I think it's actually a feature of Airbnb, but it becoming a problem for us for the host that hosting multiple properties. So,
I see.
yeah. So what we are trying to do now is we are going to create our own like a buffer account basically. So whenever this happen, whenever you have a deduction from Airbnb for another guest in another property, what we are trying to do is we will try to send the rest manually from our own account, and then we will do the reconciliation with another property later, right? So this also still seems like complicated because you will see instead of one payment for from one guest, you will see two payment from one guest, and sometimes it at different times. So, uh, what do you think about that, Claire?
Well, actually, that's what I'm seeing at the moment. I'm seeing different payments at different times, which I don't understand. Because my experience with Airbnb, and I've used Airbnb extensively when I traveled overseas, so I pretty much know the system in terms of, the payment goes out one lot. So I'm surprised that payments are being broken up. I don't understand that.
Yeah, so there are two possibilities. First is if the guest is staying longer than 1 month, the payment broken into two parts.
Okay, understand if it's long term. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's another case where a booking is altered after the payment has been made. So the payment made 24 hours after guest check-in. When the payment already made by Airbnb sent to our account, and then the booking suddenly changed, Airbnb need to refund the guest, but because Airbnb cannot take back the money that they already transferred, what they do is they deduct from the future payout to some random account. They say it's random account, but yeah, usually it's taken from the closest payout to any account that we set up on our Airbnb profile. That's why there's a deduction that happened for another property or for a different property.
So
So,
how many properties do you currently have on Airbnb?
Uh, in total, we have actually on your on the profile that have your account. I think it's about 100 listings on Airbnb. Each of them around 100 listings. So yeah, that is our biggest issue right now to be able. Actually, we have requested this feature to Airbnb to only deduct from the same bank account instead of random bank account. They said it's already implemented, but we are still seeing these anomalies, so we still not sure yet. So what we are trying to do is how we can handle this by ourselves without waiting for Airbnb to fix it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just going to turn my camera off because I'm having interruptions this side. I just want to, not use up that much. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So where do we go from here then?
Okay. So I think we're going to go back to Nadia, but before I think it's because payment report is a big part of your experience basically.
Mhm.
Probably, where can you give us an example? What is a good payment report look like for you? So we can just copy that and make that into your design our report as to look like that.
Okay, I can provide something to you probably tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay.
sure. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have been messaging with Nadia, yeah. So we have
Yeah.
the contact. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
All right. I'll do that.
Okay,
Okay. All right. Over
go
to you,
back
Nadia.
to Nadia.
All right, so maybe we can get into more details about your pain points of using bigger.
I haven't got access to it yet properly. So maybe you can take me through it and then give me access. Do you have screens that you're going to share with me?
Oh, sure. You
Okay.
gonna do it, Kak Bayu? Or I
Please
can.
go ahead, Nadia.
All right, so for the bigger, let me share my screen. All right, so this is the bigger um, website
Hmm.
that for the property owners. Like in your side, do you have any pain point or significant frustrations when you're using this website before?
I haven't used it yet.
Oh, you haven't used it yet. All right,
Mm-mm.
okay.
Proper access, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Okay, take me through it, and then so
All right. So basically, in this, we have the dashboard. It's not working. Okay, we have the daily guest check-in
yeah.
for all incoming guests according to the dates, and then we do have the finance like monthly report, like the payout send and the payout in process, and also the total reservations or revenue from each OTA, like for example Airbnb, or this one is the BV direct booking. And we do have the transactions details here, like where's the money coming from and the status. Okay. Do you have like? Can you share your experience of using another like a booking or like hosting applications before?
As I said before, I was actually just getting the data as it came in to the agent, and he was simply sharing it with me. So I was getting a regular review of it. But, because I've not. Can I ask a question? Has Chris from Asmara been using Bigger to date? Is he using it? Do you know Chris, right? I'm sure.
Yes,
Bayu will know.
yes, I know. I know him very well. Okay, he's been trying to use that, but mostly only for the finance part, because yeah, I think most of the property owner only check bigger for their finance report on their payment report, and the other every day basically you we give access to the staff to check on the individual guests and what are their status are. But mostly for a property owner, the page that we are uh, uh, dedicated to the owners are the monthly payout. Nadia, can you maybe bring us to that monthly? Okay, yeah, that monthly report. So this is this is basically a summary of your sales. That there's a total reservation based on each platform. Why we divided by each platform? Because each platform usually have different split value, different commission structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Airbnb have their own, and then Booking.com is a little different. So we just want to make sure that there's three tabs for payout send, payout in process, and special case. So payout send is basically like, for example, that Airbnb payment. So on Airbnb, there are two payments. One to the 8487 account that is to Bukit Vista. So basically, from the 7 million sent to Bukit Vista that much, and then to the owner's account, the 5147 account, sent that much. So we know that Airbnb already sent that much for each party. Basically, you as owner also know how much Bukit Vista is getting paid. And then there's also another tab on the payout in process. Nadia, can you go to that tab, please? Yeah, so this is the pending payment that still basically Airbnb didn't send any. Oh, by the way, this data is coming from Airbnb page on the transaction history. So this is if there's any amount here, it means that on the transaction history there's a still pending payout. We don't have any information because that need to be check manually. I mean, like we need to know because this case, blah blah blah, there any issue. That's always different case, so we cannot really standardize the format here. And then there's another tab for special case. Special case is basically every payment that have this Airbnb have this thing called a resolution center where we can send and request money directly to the guest without affecting the reservation. So if there's any such transaction, it will show up there. Uh, if you want to dig deeper into the data for each guest, or this is by the way the entire guest for the month, right? All the guests for the entire month. If you want to see the details, you can go to the transaction details page, and then you can see all of the guests. Maybe you can remove the search there. Here you can see each guest, and then there's a status for the payment. There's a canceled. There's a redeem. There's a pending. So, for example, if we see at the fully sent one, so basically, what we have is the expectation. The expectation amount is for this, for example, is 3,080,000 thousand rupiah something, and then there are two cards here, which is represented by the color. So the blue one is payment to the owner bank account, and there's a split, the percentage there, which is 80% for the owners, and then the 20% for Bukit Vista, and there's information of which bank account will receive this payment, and then there's information which booking is actually included in this transaction, because sometimes Airbnb send like two payment for two guests in one transfer, so we just include that just to make sure that everything is correct. If there are double payment inside one transaction, it will also show up there, so you can see the details on that. uh, Actually, question to you, Claire. Is the are detailed information like this important to you, or
Not
do
at
you?
all. Not at
No.
all.
Okay, so
Not
you
at
want
all.
to see the summary, yeah?
Very much just a
Okay.
summary. I want to know what bookings have come in. I mean, normally if there's a cancellation that comes through pretty fast anyway, so I know that, and I know I check the calendar myself
Mhm.
regularly, the Airbnb calendar, just to see that it's reconciling with what I understand.
Mhm.
But I don't want a lot of detail at all. I want just something very simple.
Okay, okay. So here's in our imagination before. So basically, what we will do is we will just have a summary of total booking that have checked in a particular month. You can drill on the list of the guests, but the big number is basically the total number of booking value, and then the
Mhm.
total number of payment that already sent to your bank account. So does that makes it easier for you, or if there's any more details, what kind of details that you uh, need from that point?
Okay, you know what I'll do is I'll just give you a couple of examples. I send that to
Okay.
you tomorrow, how I would
Okay.
really just like to see it, which is
Okay.
simple. And I understand, you've got to look at all the users, or
Mm.
sorry, at least random group of users to have a look and decide. And everybody's needs will be different.
Yeah.
So, but I really, my personal feeling for this is the vast majority of the users will not want to see that kind of detail.
Mm.
Obviously you need to have that as a backup in case there's anything that needs to be resolved with an owner.
Mm.
But I just couldn't see any owner really wanting to drill down and see that unless there was some kind of issue that they felt something was not working properly. But
Okay.
normally it should be just the booking calendar, right? I mean, I really do like Toki when it's been working. When you just click in, you can actually see the amount. Um, at the moment, when I look at it, it has a little green button that says paid, but
Mm.
that's not necessarily the case. What I'm finding, but I
Mhm.
did like the way Toki was working.
Okay. Claire, are you there?
and it's going to make your life miserable.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. I think we got we lost you a little bit the last sentence, but I think we got the point that you want to share.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I just saying if you give too much detail to people, you're going to have a
Okay. I see. Thank
very
you.
simple. So I know something to cover how I would like to see it. As I said, I don't actually have access to Big R at the moment. How do I get that? I know there was backwards and forwards with Wayana, and then I got busy with a project, so it's my fault that I didn't follow through. How do
Uh,
I access? Do I just need a password? And how do I have to go into the Bukit Vista website first of all, or how is it?
yes, actually, the website is bigger with bigrr.bukitVista.com. Uh, but I think we need to check whether you have the account already or not. So if
Okay,
you
please
have
do.
already, yeah, you can just log in,
You can
and
just
if you
remind me then.
haven't,
It's
yeah,
already Mas Bayu.
oh,
Okay,
already. Yeah. Okay, so maybe
I'm ready.
okay,
Okay. Sorry, can you just put it up again? BIGRR.
Yeah.
I just saw
yeah,
it. Nadia, yeah,
bigrr.bukitVista.com.
bukitbista.com.
Hmm.
Bukitbista in one word, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right,
Okay.
let's do that. I'll send you an example of what I would really just want something very, very simple. And I'll get in. Um, I need a password to get in to look at it.
Yes. You just need to sign in your email. I think. Let me share my screen, Mas
Just using
Bayu.
my email address, is it?
Yeah. Because if you see my screen, I think you already sign up here
Okay.
using this email Claire. Sorry, Burma B at Gmail.
CB.
Yeah.
All right, good. I'll do that. All right. Well, thank you very much for checking in with me. And as I'll have a look, and I will send you just my ideas. But my recommendations, guys, for anything that you're giving out to the owners, you want it as simple as possible. Otherwise, you create more work for yourself.
Okay. Got it.
You need, the dashboard very, very simple, and you need the backup, obviously, if something does go wrong, to be able to analyze it. But otherwise, keep it very simple.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking about that, actually, we are planning on. Actually, we are in the process of building a mobile app. Clear. I think that
Yeah, I
would
heard
be
that.
easier. Yeah, but that would be easier instead of accessing on the web browser on your mobile. So actually, part of this section is actually we want to show you the design, and we want you to this is not this is just a prototype. It's not a
Okay.
working, but you can click on some part, and then you can maybe what we can do is we're not going to tell you what does what, but we will see if you can understand by having a first look. If that's easy enough for you, it means that it's simple enough. But if it's still difficult for you to see that, to understand that, it means still complicated. So we want your feedback on that. Okay. I think what we can do, what should we do, Nadia? Should we ask Claire to try it, or we just share our screen?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I can share my screen and we can see her movement. But I need her to open the link first.
Oh, okay. Claire, are you on computer or
Yeah, I'm
on?
on the computer. Yeah.
Okay. Can you please open the link? You have sent it, yeah, Nadia.
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm looking at. Oh, I'm. Mm, mm, mm.
Okay. Maybe Nadia, can we see Claire's movement here?
Yeah, actually, no one is looking at the prototype at the moment.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm not yet. Let me have a look.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to actually do this on the phone
Hmm.
because I want to actually look at your screen as well. Let me just check. Sorry, where do I have the link?
On the I think Nadia sent it on the chat of this video call app
Yeah,
Oh, it's
I
on the
can.
chat.
on the
Have a
web.
look.
Well, I can send you on the WhatsApp.
Okay, if you send it to me on WhatsApp, that will be
Oh,
great.
sure, sure. On my way.
Okay, got it.
Oh, it's not working.
No, this is what you sent me on is just to get into the meeting here. I
Sorry.
don't have anything. This all I've got is the link for the room. I don't have the link for
Oh, all right.
your
Here.
yes.
Sorry. Here's the link. Okay. Did you got? I sent you already.
It's called Figma, the link for
I'm getting it
Figma.
now. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, it's taking a while to open it, but it could be my connection.
Oh, Claire, are you in Bali right now?
No, I'm not. I'm in New Zealand.
Ah, I see. Okay. I saw that documentary I think in Netflix about a home in Ubud about the bamboo house.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think that's one of your neighbor, right? Uh,
On
the
Netflix or on Apple TV. Was it Apple
oh yeah,
TV or
yeah,
Netflix?
Apple TV, I think, yeah, home, yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
was Sharma Springs across the road, mainly. Yeah.
yeah, that's really cool actually.
Okay, so what I've got here is I've got a booking summary. Okay, so I can see. Okay. Scores. Okay. And what's it? So that's my property. Okay, so it's saying the overall score, which, well, to be perfectly honest, I don't really need, for me, I don't really need to see it. It's pretty straightforward, I guess. But it's saying arrival 4 guests, stay over 6 guests, departure 5 guests. What does that mean?
Okay. Currently, we consider some property owners actually still do the check-in themselves, especially the Balinese one. So we give this information that today there will be 4 arriving guests, and then currently there are guests that's staying. There are 6 people, and then today also there will be 5 check-out. So we want this give this information for the traffic only, the summary of the traffic for today.
Okay. Confusing.
Okay.
Personally, I think it's quite
Do you,
confusing.
Sorry.
okay. What? So is it confusing because you don't need this information, or
I don't really see why it would be needed. I mean, all that, unless you're running a hotel kind of thing, But arrival,
Mm,
okay, 4 guests, stay over. I mean, 4 guests, if somebody's checked out, if it's one house, one villa, I don't really see this. I don't understand. Departure, five departed that morning and 4 arrived, but 6 are staying over. To me, all you would need is check-in. Like how many are checking in? And one of the things I think is always there's a lot of backwards and forwards on expected time, and I know that's not always easy to do, but I think that's one of the things that people you generally need. Like, okay, for me, the owner, I don't really need to know it, but the staff need to know what is the check-in time. And I know not all guests say, all right, I'll be there at 4 o'clock or I'll be there at 7. But sometimes what we find is when that's not really been followed up on, then people are hanging around, Sawati and Sapasa are hanging around waiting for hours waiting for the guests to arrive. So to me, the more important thing is just how many guests are expected, and what's the expected check-in time, from my view. Yeah. When it comes to and this is just me, you've got to look at the others. I mean, the hospitality score that I'm seeing there, that is just from the one person, or that's the overall?
The overall.
Oh,
It's
that's
overall.
actually the overall.
So it's up to date. So it's
Yes.
like at the moment, I think one of my properties is the average I know is running at 4.8 something, and one is running, I think, at 4.5. And then I do myself drill into whether there's issues in cleanliness. I know that Asmara is always has a negative because of its location. It's not easy to find up that road, and they think they're going to the end of the world and going to live with cows or something. But I do check that. But I think that's good. I think the hospitality scores is good putting it up there. I think it is good.
Okay, got it.
Assuming everybody understands them of the owners, but yeah, that's fine. Yep.
So is there anything more like features of summary that you want to see from like the front page? Let's say the revenue or anything that you want to see. Other
I
than
think
that,
the front page is okay in terms of. I mean, for me, what I'd really prefer to see is the calendar. So you've got a booking summary of, we're assuming that's saying for today or whatever. But what I would like to see on the first page is what I check into myself anyway with the Airbnb. You know, when I look into the website, to the site itself, I check and see quickly what does the calendar look like, and that would save the owner from doing that, if that's not too much trouble to do.
Okay.
So it's just a replica of what. Okay.
Yep.
So
Okay.
next one.
yeah. Maybe you can go to the booking page. All right.
Okay.
So what can you see here? Like, what's your takeaway, or like, is there any valuable information that you can get from that booking?
No, I think that looks fine. Yep. I think it's fine.
Oh.
Okay, so this is the arrival page that I think you mentioned before. Yeah, the maybe this is more important for staff. Yeah, because they are
Yeah, probably
expecting.
more for staff.
Yeah, and then actually
Sorry.
go
That's
ahead.
fine. I think that's good. If I was, as I said, it's saying arrival 2, stay over 3. I'm still confused with the arrival 2. You stay over and your departure. Frankly, I don't understand still.
Okay, I think I can understand, Claire. I think because mostly I don't know your probably because this is not your focus. Yeah, we are thinking actually from the staff perspective. If they need to clean like 5 rooms now because there are 5 guests checking out, and then
It's
they
more
need to.
designed for a guest house or a hotel, right? As opposed to one.
Yeah, because your property is a villa, probably don't need that. Yeah.
You might need to tailor that different for a villa versus a guest house, right? But also your arrival too. Even with that, if I was running a guest house, it doesn't tell me how many rooms, and that would be my major focus. If I was running a guest house, it would be how many rooms as opposed to how many people.
Got it. Yes.
Okay. One of the things that I just I don't know how this is generally handled, if this is done, and Bayu, you would know this. For example, if at lot 3, we have only three bedrooms, 3 double beds, and I see, like, I think there's guests expected, 8 guests. So I know that they have to, they then put, they've got a couple of mattresses, air mattresses that they provide. How is that communicated with the staff?
Okay, so this is actually, if you go to that particular guest grand marshal, for example, there's details there. Uh, you can go to the guest details, and then there's a guest journey which consists of the chats. Basically, we want to remove the chat from move the chat from WhatsApp to this app, basically, so that when some Bukit Vista staff is having a conversation on Airbnb that the guests want extra mattress, this information also transferred to this app, so your
Okay.
staff also will see that information. Oh, this guest is requesting this feature, for example. So it everything is here in one platform. But currently, the limitation is because the request is not standardized. I mean, not all property have double beds and that sort of things. We can only put that into a note. So we call it internal notes, basically. So internally, we give a note to the staff to prepare an extra bed, for example.
Okay. All right. So it's sent as a notification. Is that what it is?
Yes. So the notification would be actually notification only show up when it comes when there's a new notification, but the message will stay with the guest information. So if you check on the guest information, it's always there.
Okay. Yep. And then we
Okay.
go to accounting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is, I think, still adopting the previous design that we have for the, like, similar to the web app. Yeah, to the web app on bigger. So,
Okay.
uh, do you think this? Oh, okay. What is your feedback, actually, Claire, for this report?
Is he counting for a period of time or what? I'm just trying to understand.
Okay. Actually, yes. That is for the month of October in your case. There's a month slasher there. Probably it's not visible enough.
Mm. Yeah, let me just, sorry. So I think that's probably okay. It's payment sent. So if there was payment in process or special cases, how do we see that? You click
Yeah,
on
that's in
one, payout
yeah,
in process.
yeah.
Okay.
And then the list would be the same. Yeah, click on the payout in process,
All right.
and then you will see the list of all the payment or the total of payment that still need to be sent to your account, basically.
Okay. And with the notification, do you have a push down notification?
Yes. Actually, we have push notification. So when even if your app is closed and there's a new booking,
Okay.
you will see that coming.
It'll come up. Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, that looks simple to me. Looks fine. My property describes it. Okay. The booking. Yeah. That looks good. And I think I'm somebody who definitely prefers an app to go into than going into a website. without a doubt. I mean, I don't know whether you know, but I work with a couple of different organizations. One is an agri-tech app and the other one is a health app. So, you know, our dashboards are fairly similar, except for we have icons in the first page when you look at it and click into that. But no, this looks fine. I mean, people navigating around, we using the tabs at the bottom. That's fine. Yep, good.
Okay, that's good. That's a good feedback. Thank you, Claire. Nadia, do you have anything else?
I want to ask about the language used in this application. Do you think it's easy to understand? Like, because we use words like arrival, stay over, and departure. Like, do you think it's easy for you to understand that?
As I told you, I still don't understand the
Alright.
arrival, stay over, and the departure.
Okay, I see.
I
So
think it should be, in my view, okay, guests checking in, and maybe you have guests checking out. I just still don't get the stay over.
okay, makes sense.
Unless you're renting rooms by the hour.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. So okay, can you go to the booking page?
Yep.
What is this? I think you're connected.
Yep.
Okay, you're on the booking page. Like if you click on the Grand Marshal, like if you want to see the details for that booking, can you do that? All right.
Yep.
So
And I see the room is ready.
yeah. And let's go to the reservation tab.
The reservation. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Do you think all the informations that are provided there is enough for you, or
Good.
do you think
It's good. You've got check-in, you've got an estimated check-in time and an estimated check-out time. Good.
all right. So is there anything like missing for you, or like something that you would like to add?
No, I think keep it simple. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe from my side, like I want to know what's your feedback on the overall experience of like after you use this product. What do you like the most? Like, what do you think is a valuable information that's for you? I mean, yeah, the valuable information for you from the overall experience of this application.
I think it looks good. I think it's fine. Much better than much better than going into the website and navigating around what you showed me. I don't think I even want to look at bigger now, but
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Makes
How
sense.
soon do you think you can launch the app?
We are planning actually by the beginning of the next year. Currently,
Okay.
we have a development process started, and we already cover a few pages. But we are
Okay.
doing going back. Basically, we are doing the cycle. We build and then we test with the user, and then if user need to change anything, we will go back to that feature and then we change it again. So
Okay.
yeah, probably. Oh, we don't have a fixed launch date yet, but we are expecting that the first quarter of the next year it can be rolled out, maybe to limited user for early testing. But yeah, that is our schedule.
Okay. Okay, good. But what I really do like with the reservation, just once again, is the check-in time and the checkout time. And I'm assuming you can just change that as soon as you get information, right?
Yes, actually, we are trying to give that sense of urgency to our guests as well. So whenever the booking is confirmed,
So
actually we
that
want.
you've had a
Yeah.
chat to some their guests. We were going to be checking in at 2:30, but now we're checking in at 6:30. So you can quickly just put that into the system and it comes up. And it can come up as a notification as well. So any change, because I think that's a really crucial part for.
Okay. Actually, that's not there. So let me write that down.
Yeah.
So that is pretty important. Yeah. Notification. Okay. Okay, I guess we have everything. Do we still need anything, Nadia, from Claire?
No, I think for now, I think it's okay, and I will like again would like to see the report or like
Yeah,
the
I
what
will
is it? The finance,
show.
yeah, the
Yeah,
finance report, so that I
yeah,
can get some valuable motivation for that.
sure.
Yeah, that's it for
And
me.
okay, and as I say, if possible, on the first page that you actually have this month's calendar. This month and maybe next. I don't know how easy that would be to do, but that would, for one thing, it would certainly save me going in to have a look at, as I say, I use the Airbnb site now, and I'm using Toki, so that would help if that was on the first page.
Okay. We will see how that could be implemented. Okay, we'll look at that there. We'll
Okay,
try
all
to
right,
implement that.
all right, and I'll send you the email tomorrow then, Nadia. Okay, thanks,
Okay.
guys. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very much,
you.
Claire, for
Bye.
sharing your time with us.
How's
This is
how's it
something
going
new.
in Bali? How's it going in Bali with guests in general?
Think
We are actually getting better, surprisingly, with the domestic travelers.
Yeah.
We still don't have any foreign travelers, but domestic travelers are getting up. So we are pretty excited about that.
yeah.
Mm, okay, that's good. And what's the COVID numbers? I haven't looked today. What are the COVID numbers lately?
Uh, I think I didn't see the
Oh,
updates actually,
in
but
Bali
it's
it's
pretty
4,000 currently.
the total,
Hmm?
yeah.
Yeah, 4,000.
It's been averaging about 30 a day, right?
4,000
30 to
case
Yeah,
40.
I think
and
so.
400, yeah, 400. Sorry, 400 from the total 400 case in Indonesia, and it's 402 is already recover.
Okay. All right. Okay. I usually click in and have a look at the it's called Bali Depan Corona. That's
Bali,
the website I
yeah,
usually track through. Yeah.
Mm,
But it looks like things are getting better.
yes,
I think they were worried
yeah,
about the long weekend, what would happen after the long weekend if cases would increase, but it looks okay.
yeah. And then
yeah.
also some foreign, it's already come to Bali, starting using the visa business visa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got some guest check-in also from like Canada, England, come to Bali using
Mm.
that visa. Yeah,
Yeah, it's beginning to happen. I see
yeah,
selective
like that.
visas. Yeah. Um, okay, sounds good. Thank you very much. Yeah, and good luck with the
Thank
good
you,
luck.
Claire.
Thank you for
Okay,
the time,
bye.
Claire. Have a good day.
Stay healthy, Claire.